This is Steve. Steve is a western diamondback rattlesnake. He's a creature of instinct, a master of camouflage, and a pillar of the desert ecosystem. Steve has survived hawks, droughts, humans with shovels, and one very confusing yoga retreat that set up camp a little too close to his favorite sunning rock. But what Steve is not prepared for, what no amount of evolutionary adaptation could ever have readied him for, is his family. You see, Steve didn't always live like this. There was a time, a beautiful, golden era, when Steve had silence. Just the whisper of the wind, the scuttling of a lizard. No responsibilities. No existential questions. And absolutely no one asking if they could borrow venom real quick. He was a lone predator, a mysterious shadow on the sand. Life was simple. Life was quiet. Then he met Linda. This is Linda. Linda is Steve's wife. Linda is a firm believer in communication. She also believes in proactive territory management and scheduled family meetings. For Steve, communication mostly means he is wrong, and she has several meticulously organized mental charts to explain, in detail, exactly why. She's the CEO of this little desert operation. Steve is more like an unpaid, perpetually tired intern. And these are the kids. They slither around like a tangled pile of anxiety-riddled noodles. They don't have names yet. Not officially. Steve refuses to emotionally invest until at least 3 of them make it through the summer. It's a harsh world out here. And frankly, he just doesn't have the energy to learn 8 names only to have to forget half of them by autumn. It's just practical. Breakfast. Breakfast is supposed to be the simplest part of the day. A quiet hunt in the cool morning air. Catch a mouse. Eat the mouse. Digest in peace for the next 12 hours. Simple. But not here. Not in this family. Instead, a single, slightly bewildered mouse sighting turns into a 30-minute argument about who saw it first, who has dibs based on yesterday's near miss with a roadrunner, and why the concept of venom sharing is, and I quote, communist. Steve usually just lets them have it. The ensuing chaos isn't worth the calories. All Steve wants is 10 minutes. That's it. Is that so much to ask? 10 quiet minutes to lie on a warm rock, absorb the glorious desert sun, and not think. But that's a luxury he can no longer afford. Just as he starts to drift off, feeling the heat seep into his scales, it starts. A frantic rattling noise right next to his ear. It's not a warning. It's not a threat. It's one of the kids vibrating with the energy of 1,000 espressos, rattling just to see if he can. It sounds like a Morocco with a severe anxiety disorder. The drama is constant. One kid files a formal complaint that another kid crossed his designated slither line. Linda then suggests that Steve needs to be more present and mediate the dispute. Steve is present. Steve is physically here, on this rock, in this desert. He couldn't be more present if he tried. Emotionally, however, he checked out around the 3rd unnecessary family meeting about effective basking techniques. His soul is currently on vacation somewhere quiet and child-free. And then, just to add a little spice to the day, a human shows up. Big, clumsy boots stomping down the trail, blissfully unaware they're about to walk into a domestic dispute. Suddenly, all eyes turn to Steve. The arguments stop. The frantic rattling ceases. In unison, they all look at him. Do the thing their eyes say. Do the rattle, so Steve coils up. He lifts his tail, and he rattles, not out of fear, not for defense. He rattles out of pure, unadulterated professional obligation. It's what's expected of him. He's the dad. He's the designated scarer of large, clueless mammals. It's in his job description right under listening to Linda's charts. The human jumps, mutters something, and backs away. Job done. The family immediately goes back to arguing. As the sun begins to set, casting long shadows across the rocks, things finally, mercifully, slow down. A wave of calm washes over this small patch of desert they call home. The kids, their boundless energy finally depleted, curl up into a sleepy, scaly pile. Linda, her managerial duties for the day concluded, relaxes her coils beside him. A rare moment of peace descends. Steve just stares into the vast, open distance, wondering what life would have been like if he'd just stayed a mysterious background snake in someone else's nature documentary. No lines, no family, just silently slithering through a shot. The dream. But this is his life now. It's not the quiet, solitary existence he once knew. He's a husband. He's a father. He's a living caution sign and, apparently, a mediator of territorial squabbles. And tomorrow. He knows, with a deep, weary certainty, that tomorrow someone's going to ask him where the venom went. Again. The snake didn't ask for a family. He certainly didn't ask for the chaos. But as he looks at the sleeping pile of scales next to him, he knows he loves them. Mostly. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed